For those of you who don't know, I'm Maggie, and hello, it's been a while. I think that the last time I filmed a video was in May. So I've taken almost a quarter of the year off, and truth be told, things were just too crazy. I had so much going on with work. We were traveling a ton. Keeping up my real life, my work life, and this YouTube life just was not sustainable. So I had to take a step back. And so now that things are a little bit more routine and even keeled, I'm really excited to be back filming again. And we are kicking things off with one of my favorite formats, September favorites, which I did mention in my latest newsletter. So if you do only follow me on YouTube, I do want to put a little plug in for the fact that I also have a website, Maggie'sTwoCents.com, by the same name as this YouTube channel. It largely focuses on personal finance and content that I really wanted to share that I just feel is better shared in written form. But we also do fun stuff over there, including a weekly newsletter. So the whole time that I have not been filming, I have been sending weekly newsletters to that subscriber base. So I'll be sure to leave a link in the description box for you in case you want to check that out. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and dive into September favorites. These items are all over the place, per usual. Some things have not changed in the 3 months that I've been away. So let's just start with the newest addition, and that is my new glasses. This is not sponsored at all, but these are from Warby Parker, and I feel like every YouTuber I watch is sponsored by Warby Parker. Long story short, my prescription tends to waffle. I tend to be negative 1.75 and negative 1.5. So this is the third time that my prescription has fallen back and gone forward and fallen back and gone forward. So since I keep waffling between these two readings, I decided to get a pair of glasses for both. So these were the ones that I absolutely loved. These are in the, what is the style name? Louise small glasses. Love these. This hurts because I have contacts and glasses on now. But I loved that these were light pink and not clear. And I found out that I think that the most flattering lens shape on me is a cat eye kind of glasses. I tried on some that were like super round and I ended up looking like Simon from the Chipmunks. It was not a good look. But these are the latest ones. They're a little bit thicker than the Louise ones, but I do like that they're a little bit darker in color and they lean clear, but this time they're a blue instead of this light pink. So this is in the shade Soapstone, and I think with my blue eyes it just kind of complements things, and I have been really pleased with them. These glasses hold up so well. They're like $95 with the prescription lenses. I did the entire thing online. So I did the at-home try-on program where they send 5 pair of glasses to your door. You try them all on, you figure out which style you like, and then you just have to upload a picture of your prescription and they're on your doorstep the next week. It's so easy. If you were also in the market for new glasses, don't sleep on Warby Parker. They really are super affordable and they're high quality. I've had these glasses for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years at this point. So time for a new one. Next one, very utilitarian. It is actually the screen protector that I have on my phone, which me holding up my phone is not helpful in the least to you because it is a clear screen protector, but we recently got back from Positano, and that city in Italy has a ton of stairs. So we were hauling our luggage up these stairs and I ended up dropping my phone face down on this stone staircase, and I picked up my phone and it appeared that my screen was shattered, and I was also shattered because nobody wants like a completely, you know, spider webby phone screen. Get up to the Airbnb, everything was fine, and I was like, oh yeah, I should not be this upset because I have a screen protector on it. So I went the whole trip with my screen looking weird because I didn't want to lift the screen protector off in the event that I dropped it again. Just FYI, this specific one, I'll have it linked down below. It's a really thick, like plastic, almost glass-like screen protector. It's not just a film that prevents like finger smudges. It's actually protecting. It completely saved my phone. They actually come in a pack of 2, and it has a very elaborate like kit that it comes with that allows you to lay the screen protector on there without any air bubbles, and it also comes with like an alcohol cleaning cloth and a dust sticky thing. It's very over the top, but it's very nice. So in case you recently got a new phone, or maybe you're thinking about it with the new release of the 14, have a screen protector. It will save you hundreds of dollars. It's definitely worth it. I think the 2-pack was like $12.99 or something like that. All right, entering the beauty space, we have a couple of things to talk about in this category. And the first one is a really inexpensive way to kind of get in the mood for fall, and that is through nail polishes. And I recently got a couple in from Olive & June, and they actually did send me these. They even said like, You have no posting requirement. You don't have to talk about it at all. We just want to know if you like these products. So I thought that was really nice. And I had already spent my own money on Olive & June polishes like this time last year-ish because they're a 7-free formula. I just liked the company in general, and their polishes really do last a long time. They also have that really thick brush, so it like coats your entire nail with like one swipe. Do you know what I'm talking about? You probably do, because those really thin brushes that like OPI has, I don't love it. I think Essie has them too. A couple of fall colors that I got, Sundance Shimmer. It's one of their metallic colors, and I love that it's kind of a mauve-y, browny, pinky kind of color. Very pretty, especially around the holiday time. Another one that I got that I think will be perfect for fall is called Velvet Poof. It's this really deep purple kind of eggplant color that I think is gonna read really deep on the nails, but when it catches the light, you'll kind of see the purple, which I'm all about. Another one that's a little bit more universal, I feel like will appeal to everyone, is this one. It's called Fig Ranch, kind of like a mauve-y, terracotta-y almost kind of pink. And I also got this one, very unique. It's called Social Studies, and I just love that it's almost like a denim blue color, a really interesting blue. The one on my nails right now is a really cool one. Talk about like catches the light in a really cool way. This one's called Pink Goldfish, and I've seen this advertised all over my Instagram when that whole like Hailey Bieber frosted donut or glazed donut nail trend was all over the place. This kind of gives you that look without having to go to a nail salon and get like that powder pressed onto your nails and stuff. So if you're happy with your fall wardrobe and you really don't feel like you need to add anything to it, but you really want like a little something to help you transition into fall, those nail polishes I think are like $7-ish a piece. So a relatively inexpensive way to kind of transition into a new season. Another cool thing about Olive & June is that they have all of these additional products. This is their nail polish remover pot. You just dunk your fingers into this like sponge pot, and the sponge is soaked with nail polish remover. That's how you get your fingernail polish off. But this one is really neat because with those pots, it's not as easy to dip your toes in them. Do you know what I mean? Because your toes don't spread out that much. So this actually comes with an additional sponge on the top that you kind of soak in the liquid, like you can tilt this pot upside down, and then you can use that to remove your toenail polish. So I thought that was really cool. Legitimately, I just stuck one finger in this pot and went like swish, 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 and I had my nails painted like brown before this, and it was completely gone. Very effective. Worked crazy fast. And then another really cool thing was the dry drops. I am the world's most impatient person after I paint my fingernails. It's such a long process to do, like trim your nails, file your nails, buff your nails, do the base coat, do the actual color, do the top coat, and then you need to sit there for like 30 minutes and not touch anything. And I'm the worst, and I always end up with like smushed down nails or like a nick in one of them, and this stuff worked. Legitimately, you just need like one drop on each nail and you let it sit there for like 2 minutes and it is completely dry. So this is something I will totally repurchase when I run out of it. My nails look perfectly fine after doing them yesterday and like moving after 2 minutes. So can't say enough good things. These actually work. The next product in this category is this, I think this is pronounced Nux, or maybe it's Nux, N-U-X-E. I'm gonna leave it there. That brand, and this is their hair oil. And they said that it's a multi-purpose dry oil that you can actually use on your face, your body, and your hair. But I specifically got this to use in my hair. So when we were in Italy, my friend Ashley had this. She had this like teeny tiny bottle, which is what I thought I was ordering because this is probably gonna last me a lifetime. But hers didn't have a spray pump or anything, which this one did come with, which I think is handy and user-friendly, but a little bit unexpected. She recommended just doing 1 to 2 drops in your palm, rubbing them together, and then just gently kind of running your fingers through your hair where a lot of the flyaways are. I wouldn't recommend going above your ear level because it is an oil, so it can make your scalp greasy really quickly. But I do sometimes run my fingers very quickly through there, just 1 to 2 times, because I deal with like this broken hair crown often. And it's usually around this area too. And this has helped tremendously. It doesn't get rid of 100% of them. Like, you're still a human and your hair is gonna move and it's not gonna remain perfect, but it really does just add this like great smoothing look to your hair. It also smells great, like a very sophisticated perfumey scent. So when you like walk by somebody, if the wind is blowing or something, they'll definitely smell it. If you struggle like me, maybe you blow dry your hair a lot, or maybe it's like over processed and it's just a little bit dry and you could use a little oil, this stuff is good. I ended up getting it on Amazon because the only other option was to order it from their direct site, and then I would have had to pay shipping and stuff. And so anyway, it's good stuff. The last beauty thing, and then we're gonna move on to a couple of things for the home, and these are very different. This is the Say, oh gosh, what is this called again? Glowy Super Gel, and mine is specifically in the shade Star Glow. And this had fantastic reviews and I love it. I'm actually wearing it today underneath the Tower 28 like sunny days. It's a tinted sunscreen, but I think it just does a really good job of lightly illuminating your face without you looking like a tin man. So it adds a glowiness to your skin if you don't want to appear completely matte, even if you put powder over it. So it's kind of, it's just, I don't know. I really like this stuff. This is the small size and it's lasted me quite a while, but I don't use it every single day. So if you're somebody who thinks you will, I would go ahead and get the bigger size because it actually depletes pretty quickly in this little bottle. I do 2 pumps at a time to cover my entire face, if that tells you how quickly you'll go through the product. And then a couple of months later after I purchased this hit the market, and you've probably heard a million people talk about it. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is supposed to be a dead ringer for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. The application method is interesting. It's a massive doe foot applicator. You basically just rub a couple stripes on your cheek, and then that covers about half my face, and then I do the same thing on the other side. And this I treat as if it's my foundation. So this one I treat a little bit more like a primer, and this I would put over my sunscreen. And it just does a really good job of giving your skin the faintest bit of coverage. Do not count on this to cover major blemishes, which is why I didn't wear it today, because I have like a blemish here and here and here and all over the place, and I need a little more coverage. But if you are having a great skin day and you just want a little bit of luminosity and you want it to look incredibly natural, go with this. It is so good, and it's $14. The product that it is supposed to be a dupe for is $44, so you're saving 30 bucks for the same look. The shade range is interesting. This looks super dark, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't exactly look like my skin tone, but it shears out so much that it actually is the perfect match. And this is the lightest shade that they have. This is shade 1 Fair. It's done with beauty. Moving into the home category, and one thing that you should know about me is that there are a couple of chores that I hate. I hate cleaning a shower, and I hate dusting. And so when I finally found this handy dandy little dusting stick situation, it changed my outlook on dusting. And even though these are stupid expensive for what they are, if they make me dust, I'm gonna buy them. Brian and I have both been struggling with terrible allergies, and we did keep my parents' dog for like 2 weeks, and he sheds way more than Nash does because Nash really doesn't shed at all pretty much. So I went in this deep cleaning mode and dusted everything, and this just made it so easy. How this works is that you buy this little handle, and it comes with like a trial size that has like 5 of these in there or something like that. But all you do is you take the little duster thing itself and you slide this into the back of it, and then you just kind of shake it like this, and it puffs up, and you can see how the sides have kind of expanded, and you just run this along all of your surfaces, and it does such a good job. The dust clings to it, and I use 2 of these to dust the entire house top to bottom. They really do last for a long time. I feel like you can really cover a lot of real estate with one of them, but this box, seriously, y'all, was like $13 or $14, and I think that's dumb when it only comes with 18. So I know that there are generic versions out there, but at my Target, the only generic size that they had was a pack of 5. The per price duster was just not, it wasn't advantageous, so I just went ahead and got the bigger pack. But if you are like me and hate dusting, these seriously are so good. All right, the next 2 home things I can't physically hold. They're too big to be in the shot, so I'm just gonna insert clips of them. And one of them is this beautiful black jug and these really pretty kind of like orange stems. They both come from Magnolia Market. I just loved how like natural looking the fake stem was. So I know that Joanna Gaines has the line at Target, the Hearth and Hand line, but I feel like the faux stems at Target just do look cheaper. But you can get really up close to these stems and I feel like they just look really good and organic. And I really wanted some like fall stems because we, for the last, I don't know, 2 years that we've been in the house, I've just had the same like fake florals all over the house. Some of them look very springy and I just never thought about it. But now that we've kind of knocked out a lot of the big house projects, we can kind of focus on the details. Really love how it looks in our kitchen and just how it ties all the colors together. I also felt like they were pieces that we could kind of move around the house and they would look seamless in every room. And the last home thing we recently got, because we're really short on storage space in our home. When it comes to storing things like extra sheets and just bigger, bulkier items, we really didn't want them sitting on a high shelf in our closet getting dusty. And so I ended up purchasing the 2-pack of these under the bed storage things. They're really nice because if you're not using them, they fold up really small. So you could just kind of slide them anywhere. But ours are completely occupied right now, specifically for those extra sheets. So these are nice because they do have a little zip top and they're really thin. And we have a really low bed, and so finding something that can actually fit under it sometimes is a challenge, and these fit great. 2-pack I want to say was like $20 or something, so very affordable in my opinion, but could also be used for like out of season clothes if you wanted to shove your sweaters or different things like that under your bed. So if you've been looking for a handy storage solution that maybe you don't have to use all the time and want it to fold up very small, I realize this is a very niche desire, then these could be good for you. Next up is a book, and I mentioned in the intro of this video, I think. Can't be too sure because I filmed it like 5 times because I'm very rusty. But my website that I have focuses largely on personal finance. I feel like a lot of that content is better in written form so that you can read it slowly, you can digest it, you can see the math, you can go back and reference it. And I find it hard to translate that stuff into video form. And maybe I'll get there, maybe eventually it's gonna happen, but for now, definitely read the website if you are interested in learning a little bit more. But a book that I've read that's kind of in that same category is called Just Keep Buying. It's by Nick Maggioli, I think is how you pronounce his last name. And I heard about this from the Money with Katie podcast. She interviewed him. I think that this is just a fantastic book for beginners, or really just wherever you are in your financial journey. So for me, I'm 30 going on 31 and I was an accounting major. So for me, a lot of this stuff is something that I learned in school or picked up from my family. But I realize, which is the whole reason why I started this website, that not everybody has that baseline knowledge. And I think that this book does a really good job of explaining saving, different ways to save and why you save. And then he transitions into investing, because I know that can be a really intimidating topic, especially now when things are crazy and inflation is super high and the stock market is not performing as it has been over the last decade. So if you've been wary, if any of that sounds interesting to you, or maybe you just like haven't given it a thought, maybe pick this book up. Really can't recommend it enough. Brian has read it too, and he has a very similar background to me. In fact, he's like even more engrossed in the finance world in his current job, and he thought that this was incredible advice too. So if you've been looking for something to learn a little bit more about that space, highly recommend it. And while we're on the topic of books, I had to give a shout out to BookBub. After having it advertised to me all the time, I finally decided to click on one of the ads and be like, what the heck is this thing? I am an avid user of Goodreads. I love to track the books that I'm reading. I like to update my progress periodically, and I like to see what my friends are reading, and it does a good job of suggesting books to you in like the genre that you like to read in. BookBub is not that. So I do, if you know what Goodreads is, I do want to contrast it really quick, because BookBub is not meant to be like a repository of everything that you've read in your life. It's basically a service that allows you to go in and set your preferences for specific book genres that you like, and then it will send you an email notification when those books, specifically in like the ebook format, goes on sale. So I basically have a wish list of books that is pretty much a carbon copy of like my want to read list on Goodreads. And anytime one of those books gets marked down below like the MSRP price, I get an email notification that's like, hey, this book that you saved is marked down. And it's been great. I've gotten like some big name titles for like $2.99. And then a couple of books were just suggested to me based on the categories that I selected that I've gotten for free. So it's definitely worth it if you're somebody who is hesitant to buy books full price and you like reading in an electronic format. So that was a long one, probably because it's been a while and I just had so much to catch you up on. But if you like these favorites video, I will have my playlist of past favorites videos linked down below for you. And if you like this video, then like it. Stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.